This video might be your wake-up call. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Julia. I am 26 years old, and like most people in their 20s, I am balancing adulthood for the first time. But as my 20s have progressed, I have learned so much, not only about myself and my behaviors and habits and routines, but how they outwardly affect my life. And through this beautiful trial and error, there are quite a few things that I've picked up that are actually really beneficial if you want to get on that next level of adulthood and maturity. You do, of course, need to balance your inner child and embracing fun, but also embracing productivity and not allowing excuses like I've never done this before, or I don't know how to do this, or no one showed me that. Those are limiting beliefs that we no longer need as we become adults. We can take responsibility for ourselves and start doing some things that are actually really beneficial for us. Number one, I've talked about this before, but if you forgot or it didn't click for you, start tracking your finances. And this is something that I've really struggled with in the past. It can be so easy to neglect your bank account and just hope that you're not overdrafting or spending more than you're bringing in. As you start making bigger purchases and are more responsible for all of your finances, you really need to not only understand your finances, but understand how to improve them. And the first thing that you can do so easily is just start tracking your finances. There's 1,000 different Notion templates. There's apps that you can use. There's so many different ways that you can track them. You can get a journal for tracking them. Stop neglecting, stop being scared of money and scared of your bank account, because how are you ever going to manifest more money for yourself if you do not fix things like bad spending habits? No amount of money will ever be enough. Number two is also something that I've struggled with in the past, and that's keeping a clean home. It can be so easy to neglect your space. And regardless if you're living at home and you just have a room that's your responsibility, or if you have your own apartment or your own house to take care of, it's super important to have a clean space for yourself, regardless if no one ever comes over to your house or your apartment and never sees your stuff. It's important for you to have a clean mind when your house is clean and tidy. In the past, I've always been the type of person that was like, oh no, you can't come over, like the house isn't clean, like you can't. And it irks me so bad to the point where I was like, this has to change. I do not want to be that person. My ideal version of myself just keeps a tidy home and has a home that is welcoming to all at any point in their life. If they're having a bad day, or if they just want to hang out, or whatever it may be, please come over. My house is tidy. I don't need to worry about it. And the same goes for a car. If you do have your own car to commute with, it's super important to keep it clean and tidy as well for the same scenarios. But I saw the interview with Kris Jenner where she talked a lot about having a clean car and like how it has an outward result of who you are as a person. I just think people that are able to keep up with being tidy and keeping clean, they're more grounded, and they're a version of myself that I want to be and that I want to excel as. The way that I've really started to excel with this is actually through habit stacking. It's something that I've really added to my routine, because other than that, I would just not be able to keep a tidy home. So every night before I take a shower, I have to clean the bathroom while the water heats up. Every morning while I brew my hot tea, I have to empty the dishwasher and put away any dishes that were drying. Every night I have to shut down the kitchen, and that includes like sweeping and doing the whole shebang. If you start adding those like little micro habits into your day, like when you get out of your car, grab anything that doesn't need to be in your car, take out all the trash. If you start doing those little things, it's going to be so easy. And before you know it, you're just going to have a clean home and car all the time. Now, this one might make a couple people upset, but I think it needs to be said. Keep a good appearance. Now, that doesn't mean that every day I'm asking you to do a full beat of makeup and 6-inch heels and your best dress and your most expensive perfume and your hair is in a full blowout from the salon. I'm just asking you to keep a clean appearance, not only for yourself, because that matters. When you put on an outfit, regardless if you're going out, instead of just wearing sweatpants, your confidence changes. But also, people do treat you differently when you take care of yourself. And this looks different to me literally every single day. Some days it literally just means getting dressed in a casual outfit while I work from home. Some days it means doing a full shower and hair wash. But things that I really try to not neglect anymore are washing my hair frequently, just having some sort of outfit. When I'm going out throughout the day, I like to feel confident and comfortable, but I also want to feel my best. And sometimes that means having a little different outfit or wearing something I wouldn't normally wear that's not just comfortable. But pushing those boundaries, people will treat you better. And like I said, it's going to be different for every single person, but keep a clean appearance, not only for them, but for yourself. You deserve to feel your best every single day, whatever that means. Now let's talk about the way we talk. This has also been one that I have really struggled with. Coming from someone who suffered from debilitating social anxiety for years, I did not know how to talk to people. The only thing that I could ever talk about was myself. And I started to notice in every conversation that I was having with someone that I would always say, oh, I da 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 da. Oh yes, I did da 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 da. Why could I not actually bounce off the conversation? And I just had to pull it back to myself. That's so selfish of me. And I every time I notice I'm doing that now, I really try to veer in a different direction. It wasn't that I wasn't listening to people, but I wasn't listening to comprehend and have an actual conversation. I just wanted to talk and wanted to have someone listen. When opportunities come up or when you meet people that could change your life, when you get into these situations where you meet people with connections and you start building a portfolio of connections, you want to be able to communicate with them. You want them to leave feeling good about the conversation they had. If they leave to a conversation and said, wow, they just talked about themselves the whole time, do you think that that's going to open doors? Do you think that that's how you're going to build connections and build relationships with people? So learn how to bounce back on conversations. Some things that I've started to do that have really helped me are, number one, I stop thinking of replies while I'm listening. If I'm already thinking of the next thing that I need to say, I've already blocked the conversation. I'm not listening to comprehend. The other one, like I said, stop having every conversation start with yourself or a story about yourself. Maybe ask them a question in return instead. The best communicators in the world know that you want the person having the conversation to leave feeling special. And how you make them feel special is make them feel like the priority. Make your attention their attention. Another personality shift that has really happened to me in my 20s is how I care about what people think of me, and that I actually don't care what people think about me. I've used this before, but in case you missed it, a person worth caring about does not care. Let me just say that again. A person worth caring about, so your friends, your family, your loved ones, they don't care. It started to make me distance myself from this wall that I was hiding behind, that, oh my gosh, I can't do that because what are they going to think? What are they going to say about that? I was so limited in my life because I literally shaped my life to be for others. I had no idea what my own identity was because I was literally living my life through the lens of someone else. I was shrinking myself down to fit in someone else's idea of what they wanted me to be. And honestly, I just got so tired of it, I just completely halted it. Samantha from Sex and the City said it best, and you're gonna be the villain in someone else's story. You could be the most perfect person. You could do everything right. You could cater all of your needs to this person, whatever it may be. They still might have a problem with you and still think of you as the villain. And you can't change that. You can't change how other people view you. All you can do is stand with yourself, be confident, respect yourself. I had an epiphany recently that I had been living my life for the next big thing instead of living my life. Stay with me here because we'll circle back to this. Whenever there was a big event going on, maybe a girls' night, a sleepover with my friends, a wedding, all of those things were my only priority. I started to live through the lens of that activity. And I think that also has to do with worrying too much about what other people thought of me is that like I had an appearance, I had a shape for that event or that situation. I would go out of my way to be someone else for these events and these things. I would like buy all new makeup if I was going to a sleepover because like, oh my gosh, they can't see that I have dirty used makeup. Or, oh my gosh, I have to buy a new dress because they have to see me at my absolute best. First of all, no one pays that much attention to you. Literally, no one cares that much. You are the only one who cares that much. So stop it. Instead of like thinking of the event as the thing that you need to worry about and like people's opinions, why not just like start building your habits for yourself? Not because of these things or these people, because that's not how you make any longevity and any progress in your life. If I'm turning and burning all these things once a month for an event, that's not consistent. That's not going to build anything worthwhile. And last but not least, the one that I think is so immensely important and something that can be so neglected becoming an adult and finding your own voice is having boundaries. Not only having boundaries for relationships and people or when things aren't going right, but have boundaries for yourself. Having boundaries for yourself means prioritizing your values. If someone is saying or doing something that you do not find appropriate or that you do not have values for, then say something about it. If someone is talking bad on another one of your friends or family members behind their back, don't joke along, don't become part of that crowd. Stand on your values and your boundaries. And if your values and boundaries mean sticking up for your friends and having a village behind your back, then be the villager who speaks up. The one that I've struggled with the most though is boundaries with myself, trusting myself. If I say I'm gonna do something, I better do it. And I'm not going to do it up until the point that a better offer comes along. Oh no, I gotta stay in tonight, I gotta work. Oh hey, do you wanna come out and come party with us tonight? No, I got stuff to do, I have my own boundaries. Set them and keep them. Have your boundaries and stick with them. Start trusting yourself again. When was the last time you said you would do something and you kept to your word? If you can't even remember, it's time to fix that. Well, I think that is just about everything I have for you today. If you found this informative or if you got anything out of it, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you are looking to live your best life, do not forget to subscribe down below for more content from me. I post 2 videos every single week. And if you have any other tips for anyone battling their 20s or becoming an adult that you think are worthwhile advice, do not forget to comment them down below so we can be a community for one another. And I will see you back here again very, very soon with a brand new video.